I'm gonna tie my hair because it's easier to bake if my hair is tied. Oh, also you're gonna need an oven and then measuring cups. So 1 cup and then 1/4 cup and then a tablespoon. So you're gonna need almond flour. If you use almond flour, it'll be gluten-free. You can use any other flour that you want. And then some organic pecans, some coconut oil, organic vanilla extract, pumpkin spice. This is a pumpkin pie spice. This is what's gonna give it that pumpkin pie flavor. If you don't have this, you can make it at home if you just have cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and nutmeg. And then some maple syrup. I'm kind of running out, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. And then some brown sugar. You can also use coconut sugar to keep it, I guess, healthier, but you can use any type of sugar you want. I'm using some unbleached parchment paper and then this square pan. I'm also gonna need 2 eggs for this. I kind of let them out of the fridge and it's been kind of warming up on the counter. I've heard that it's better to have more room temp eggs with baking. So first we're gonna make the crust, aka the base of this dessert. So we're gonna get 2 cups of the almond flour. One, and then 2. Okay, so you're gonna need 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. It's cold now, so the coconut oil is hard. If this was in the summer, we can skip this step because it's already melted. But basically what I'm doing is I'm like heating up water in the kettle. So I'm just gonna pour boiled water and make like a makeshift double boiler situation so that I can melt exactly 1/4 cup of coconut oil. See, like I need to melt that. So I'm gonna pour the hot water here. And then we're gonna put this here. And then this is going to melt the coconut oil. And then I'm just gonna keep adding more and stirring this until it's 1/4 cup. There might be a better way to do this. I don't know, but this just makes the most sense to me right now because I don't want to melt the whole like jar. So if you want to use this method, it's the Polín method, I guess. So I melted 1/4 cup of the coconut oil. So we don't need this anymore until the filling. So we're just gonna pour this to the bowl. And then now we need 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Let's see if this makes 1/4 cup. If not, it's fine. I can just put more brown sugar. Okay, this is like half of 1/4 cup, but it's okay. Because I'll just add some more brown sugar. I don't even like my desserts to be super sweet anyways, so this is fine. But at home, if you're making this, just use 1/4 cup. Or you could use less if you don't want to, but 1/4 cup is usually good. So I realized I have a little bit of this maple syrup left. It's a really good one. It's like really good quality. it's infused with vanilla and cinnamon, which is fine. So I'm just gonna use the rest of this up as well. Might keep a little bit for the filling. Now we just mix. I like to use a fork because it's a lot easier, because then I'm gonna have to pat this into the pan. So it's a lot more easier than with the whisk. You're also going to need to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I have my pan here and I lined it with parchment paper, and I'm just gonna pour the crust filling in here. Just evenly spread it out so that we can form a square base, and then we start patting it down like that. Try to make sure that it's as even as possible, but if it doesn't have to be perfect, but just so you've evenly distributed the mixture with the fork, you can also just use your hands to kind of make sure it's all pressed in. We're going to preheat the oven to 350. Okay, so usually when I wait for the oven to preheat, I like to make the filling so that it's already ready to go, because once the oven's ready, I'm gonna pop in the crust, and then that's gonna bake for about 10 minutes, and then we add the filling on top. So I'd rather already have the filling ready. I also have to heat up some coconut oil. Okay, now the oven is ready and preheated. I'm just gonna slide this in. So the crust is gonna bake for about 10 minutes. So basically the crust is supposed to turn like golden, yellowy, like a golden type of crust. So we're gonna be needing 1.5 cups of pecans. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cutting them up. So just kind of give them a chop. So just do like a rough chop, something like this, just so it's not completely whole, but it's also not just powder. Then we're gonna add it to the bowl. about 1.5 cups of pecans. And then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. I already melted this off camera because I figured it was boring to show you again, so. And then this is 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Wow, this is so cute. Oh no. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. A 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I don't have a 1/4 cup, I ran out, but put a 1/4 cup. Not a big deal that I ran out of maple syrup for the filling. It's more important that I had it for the crust because that allows for it to stick together, whereas the filling, it's, you know, it's just the filling. Then we're gonna add 2 eggs. And last but not least, we're gonna add the pumpkin pie spice, which makes this more of a pumpkin pie pecan bar. So I usually just add however much I want, but I guess you could, if you do want a measurement, you could add a teaspoon, but I just kind of eyeball it. So that's about how much I put of the pumpkin spice. Again, that's a good amount. So now we just mix. I'm using a fork, you can use a whisk, you can use whatever you want. The crust is done now. See, it's nice and golden. So now I'm just going to be adding the mixture on top of it. Okay, so just spread it out evenly like this, and then we're gonna bake it in the oven for another 20 minutes-ish, and we'll come and check back in 20 minutes. It's done! I'm just gonna let it cool on the counter for about 15-20 minutes-ish. You can also transfer it to the fridge and have it cool in there a little bit too, but today it's starting to rain and I'm kind of eager to just eat it kind of warmish, but you can transfer it to the fridge and let it cool for about an hour. That way when you cut it, it might be easier and it might do like cleaner cuts. But just make sure to let it cool on the counter first for about 20 minutes. It looks delicious. Alright, cutting it in little bars. Yummy. It's so cute. I love it. It's literally the best. Cheers. It's so yummy. Amazing. Even though I didn't even have enough maple syrup for right now, it still tastes delicious and it's like the perfect amount of sweet. So imagine if you actually just have everything and follow it exactly. Chef's kiss. I also made a little mini coffee. I accidentally put a little too much raw milk, but there's no such thing because it's delicious, but that's why it looks like hot chocolate. It's so good. It's so crunchy but soft, but just everything. It's like the perfect bar fall treat. I hope you enjoyed today's video and you learned how to make something new and exciting, and I will see you guys next time.